Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is going to be a bit of a sparse vlog. I'm going to my first show with Zora in a really long time. It's been ages. I don't even know how long it's been, like nearly, maybe over a year, I think. Anyway, we're just going to go to Bury Farm, our local centre, and do one dressage test at novice level, so that involves medium trot, medium canter, that kind of thing. I'm just platting now, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk to you now, show you the test, and then talk to you after, because I really want to concentrate and feel very present. No luck. We can't find the plaiting thread, so we're going to have to use white or bands, not sure yet, but yeah, not ideal. Probably should have checked for these things beforehand. I mean, just as it is. You got the pairing marker? Yeah, exactly. Well, we don't need it. So I have some process goals for today: to ride consistently through my test and really be present. I've struggled really badly in the past with nerves, so I'm really hoping that the work I have been doing on myself is going to be shining through today. It's not a very sort of important competition as such. It's quite sort of low key. It's at our most local venue, and my friend Millie is going to come and give me a hand today, which is really nice. So yeah, I am looking forward to it. I am a bit nervous. My tummy has been butterflying this morning, but Zora feels very good and it feels very comfortable. The level that we're competing at does feel really comfortable. She says she doesn't really want to be plaited, so I'm trying not to do them too tight, but her mane is really clean, so it's difficult. So you saw I was using that wax stuff, this stuff, to be helping out. I am looking forward to it, and I do feel comfortable and confident at the level that we are competing at, so that's the best I can do. So that's basically all from me for now. I'll finish plaiting and maybe show you that, but yeah, I'm not going to sort of like take you with me as such. I want to concentrate, and my friend Millie also is always like, you shouldn't vlog, it's distracting, and she's absolutely right, because I'm trying to tell somebody else at the same time as doing it. So it's been good actually to talk to you guys now. I feel good and confident, and it's good to remind myself that, you know, the level I'm competing at and the place I'm competing at is really in our comfort zone. We actually went to this arena quite recently for some arena hire as well, and she was just wonderful to ride in the big indoor. So yeah, it's good, it's all good. So I will see you. The next thing you'll see is me doing a voiceover of my test. Let's hope it's a good one, eh? And let's hope for a good score. Either way, I don't really care about the score. If there would be a score I'd be disappointed in, but I'm not going to tell you that. But I'm hoping for a good score, and then we can have a positive debrief. And yeah, and I'll see you for next time. I'll see you in a bit. Okay. Here she is. Ready. The light is really bad. Just having her hoofies done. And then we are ready to go. If you don't look too closely, you can't see the white thread. They actually look quite uniform, these plaits. Remarkable. So not quite the test yet, but some of the warm-up. So Millie very kindly took some video in the warm-up. I'm sorry if it's a little bit fuzzy. She took the videos in like portrait, so they are zoomed in a bit. But Zora actually felt really amazing in the warm-up. She was very focused. She was really with me. And yeah, it's just lovely to see her really growing into such a grown-up. She's got such a great brain for the job, and she tries so hard to do all of the things that I'm asking her to do, and looks like an absolute professional while she's doing it. I love her little ears looking out the side of the arena, and practicing some halting, and generally trying to get her with me and around my inside leg. And you'll see in the test that
although I got it a bit better in the warm-up, I didn't quite have it in the test. So yeah, I was just going through some aspects of the test in my warm-up and generally practicing my transitions at the markers, because that's what happens in the test. So the test that I'm riding is Novice 37, so it involves some medium trot, some medium canter. So I was riding some of those elements, and it contains 10-meter circles. There's two 10-meter circles and a sort of serpentine. So in the warm-up I was working her enough. She's quite fit and strong now, so making sure that I did do enough work, but without sort of fizzing her up or making her agitated. I did find that the arena was small. It's 20 by 40, so it was difficult to ride some of the elements of the test, but I was trying hard to get her into the corners and practice some of the trickier lines. So here you have the give and retake over a change of diagonal into the counter canter, and she did a good job of that. Tricky with not as much space, but being the professional that she is, she did her best and tried really hard. I did ride the same line again in a moment and ran out of space, so you'll see that I kind of grind to a halt a bit early. But it was good. She felt great, and I feel like she's looking really super. She is so shiny these days and healthy looking, where she is being fed all the right stuff. I feed her a feed called Equidiet now, which is really seeming to make a big change to the condition of them, from the inside out, which is really nice to see. I've also had her saddle change, so this is really great because this saddle doesn't move. The Equitex that I'm riding in also really helps that. It stops any slipping or movement and protects her back with the best technology you can get. She also now has her own fancy bridle that you might have seen, and I'm actually riding her in a different bit. I spoke about this bit at the end of one of my other videos, and it's a Winderin Super Flexi D-ring snaffle. It's like a completely bendy material, and it really is great. She really likes it. She really feels like she pulls into it. Sometimes this does mean that she gets a little bit sort of poking in her nose, so you'll notice there's sometimes when her ears go a bit left to right, and that's me just trying to kind of keep the connection a little bit more and not really doing it quite the right way. I'm still finding my way with it because it's quite a different bit. It's one whole piece of material. So you may have noticed that the canter starts to get a little bit staccato, I'd call it. It kind of gets a bit up and down rather than out and across. So here I'm just working on letting the neck out in the canter slightly so that I could soften her over her back before she went in the test. Because she's so super active with the hind leg, I have to work hard to keep her soft through her back. Otherwise she kind of creates the tension up and through her body rather than along and staying powerful. It's all a work in progress, of course, and as she's only 6, I'm not too worried. I've just got to keep going and keep working her in a good way to help her get strong in the right way. So one thing that really isn't very established yet is her medium trots, and I'm trying really hard in my warm-up to have a little go, but you'll see that there isn't really much change or much difference in the trot in these mediums. That's okay, and I'm very aware that at the moment I'm just wanting to build strength and not speed in those transitions. So yeah, you'll see what I mean when I go through the test. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to read my test as it happens, as in the marks that I got as I go along, because I thought that would be really beneficial for you guys to hear the scores that I got, the marks that I got throughout. So A entering working trot and halt at X. I may not manage to read out every movement and the score that I got. And I got a 5.5 for this because you'll see this halt is not square. Yeah, winky wonky, that's okay. And then the next 2 movements I actually got 8s for, which is really cool. She was a little bit spooky at the judges box here, and here she runs through my right leg and then comes a little bit against the rein, but then really puts her nose down and just gets on with her work, and that is something I love about this horse. There is some moments of tension in this test, and you'll see that even after she has a spook, she just gets on with it afterwards. So yeah, so we've got an 8 for this sort of square looped serpentine, which was really, really nice to know that when it's good, it's great, and you get an 8. Love Zora for that. And then here we still got an 8. So we're still on an 8, even though she was a little spooky. Here we got another 8 for our 10-meter circle, which is really nice because these require a lot of balance. And then it's onto a medium trot where we got a 5 because, well, there is no difference shown, and she just stays maybe a little more forward, but no medium trot yet. That's okay, I can accept that. Then we have a halt at C, and it's pretty disastrous. It's not great. Little spook at the judges box again, and I just had to get into halt. She stepped back. It's not square. I got a 6 for that. Then we go into the walk. So here we have the free walk. So it's from the corner marker H to P. So we're looking for an over track in the walk, and it's just not forward enough here. I think I was a little bit mindful not to completely let the head out completely because I didn't want to lose her totally, as she had felt a bit spooky, and my comment was 6.5, needs a clearer over track. So yeah, I totally get that. That's fine and something I can work on. So then it's PK, medium walk, and here this is where it all goes a little bit wrong. So you can see that there's the cafeteria in front. She's okay to this point. We've got a 3 for this. And then, oh goodness, there's a horse on the other side of the glass. And I wish I had just waited a little longer, given her a moment. I did get a little impatient and I gave her a little kick, but actually she got past it, and then it was trotting at A, and then we got a 7 for this 10-meter circle. Excuse me, actually suffering at home with COVID at the moment, which is pretty horrible. So we got a 7 for that. And then here we need a medium trot, and we got a 5 again. No difference shown, which is a shame, and I think maybe a little strict from the judge, but that's fine. So then it's the canter, and then it's medium canter from the corner marker to the corner marker, and it says 6.5, needs clearer something. Can't quite see what that means. Rebalance maybe, and then 6.5 here because I rode a terrible circle. That looks like a 15-meter circle to start with, and then finishes off as a 20-meter circle. She was still a little resistant in that corner, and I just did not have her around my inside leg, so again we got a 6.5. Then through this next section we got 7s. So the give and retake, this was a 7. The canter again here, you can see it gets a bit staccato, a bit kind of pacey behind, so I need to really make sure that in these harder movements I'm being soft in my seat. And a 7 again here for our 20-meter circle, which was nice. The left canter felt softer. I was really encouraging my hand forward to keep that fluency over her back. She is a sensitive horse, she's a warm blood, and of course she is, you know, really affected by all of what I am doing, so making sure I am keeping myself, my best self, is super important. Pleased again with the give and retake. We got a 7 again here. So this was nice here, felt really good, really positive. So we've got a 7 there again, and the counter canter has been something I have struggled with in the past. Was pleased here to keep the forward momentum onto the centre line, bit wibbly wobbly, and we got a 6 again for our halt because it is not square. So 6.5, balance in halt, not quite there.
Okay, so it is not the day of the video. It is not even the week of the video. I think it's last week. I have lost track. I'm currently at home recovering, well, currently suffering from the COVIDs. Absolutely horrible. Feel rubbish. I mean, I've had 3 vaccines and I do feel like I've just got a bad cold, and I'm very lucky that we have that healthcare in the UK, so definitely not complaining. But I am staying away from the yard, and I am very, very conscious of passing it on to somebody. So I am walking the dogs in a very open space. We have no isolation laws or rules in the UK now, so I'm not breaking any by walking my dogs, and taking some downtime and just generally catching up on endless amounts of work that I have got, which is including filming and finishing this video. So yeah, it's been a while since then, and I got 64.4%, and I came third, I think, in not a very big class. I think there were 6 or 7 people in the class, and I'm not too bothered, if I'm honest. It's quite interesting. I've got all this git on my face, by the way, because I really don't look great, so just bear with me. It's really interesting. My mindset is definitely very different now than it used to be in terms of scores and kind of what going to a competition really means for me. And I feel like I've really come to a point where it's not so much about the result or the score, it's so much more about that process with that horse. So with Zora, obviously we've had a bit of a rocky road. She had some surgery, it's been a bit complicated, and so just to get there and to feel that feeling with her, and for her to try how she does. God, my arm hurts. If I could film it like this, I would, definitely. Oh my God, I've got some schmutz on my chin that whole time. Lovely. How weird. I don't know what that was anyway. Goodness, this is random. To get there with her and have that feeling of that process with her, and she tries very, very hard, Zora, you know. She's an incredibly genuine mare, and she really gives me everything. And the fact that she was spooky, and the fact that we had some moments of tension and that we don't have medium trot yet, you know, it's just part of our journey. And I think I've found a real peace in that. You know, I think we put so much expectation on competition and so much kind of pressure on the result of it that we forget about all the little parts. So, you know, there were some parts of the test where we got 8s. There was the canter work where we got all 7s. And for me to look at the wobbly bits only and only see the negatives would actually be really narrow-minded of me. I'm just going to throw the ball for the dog. Here, leave it. Leave it. Got one of these ball chuckers. Ralph is a savage for it. Means I don't have to walk so far. And yeah, basically, it's looking at it more compartmentalized rather than the result or the placing. And I hope that in sharing this and breaking it down for you guys, that you guys can maybe do the same thing, because I think it's a really peaceful place to be, and it's a really different sort of thing. And, you know, like with Blondie, my other horse, I mean, I have lots of horses, but with my other mare that I'm currently working with, I think the process and the journey that I'm on, which I'm documenting over on my Instagram and my training platform, if you would like to see more of her, that's where you can see it. The horse that I was talking about in one of my previous videos. Goodbye, Ralphie, let go. Leave it. This might take a minute. Leave it. Leave it. Good boy. It's so much less about getting to a show or jumping jumps. It's so much more about this connection and the process that you go through to get to that connection. And with Zora, I felt like at that show that she tried so hard to be with me and tried so hard to help and try and use all of the learnings that we have been having. So, yeah, I'm not disappointed in my score. I thought I would be. You know, at the beginning of this video, I said there would be a score I'd be disappointed in. And that score was 65%. And I got 64.4%. And it felt a bit like a poke, you know. Come on, Miriam. This is not about this. You're paying someone for their opinion. And she gave a very fair opinion, I think. She's actually a very tough judge, that one. I've had her before with Obi and been very disappointed in my scores. And I wonder if, looking back, had I broken it down how I have done and looked at her overall, you know, I looked at his overall demeanour and all the rest of it, would I have been less disappointed in my score? I think we can get so hung up on a score when actually broken down, there's so much more to it than that, and it's goes so much deeper than, oh, did I do a perfect medium trot, or did she do no spooking at all? You know, she's 6, she's not been to a show for a year. If she wasn't going to look and be aware of her surroundings, I'd maybe be a bit concerned that she's not switched on, or she's shut down, whereas I didn't feel like that. It felt like she was with me, and then she lost her focus out through the cafeteria at something else. And then I got her focus back and she proceeded with her test like the good girl that she is. And she's not naughty, it's not a problem, it's just a feedback for where I am at. And I hope that you found this video interesting and educational, as always. That's why I put up YouTube videos, not just because I like to be glorifying what I'm doing by by no stretch of the imagination. And I'm really excited about what's to come. I've entered the same test at the same venue in a few weeks' time at the end of June, and I look forward to working on some of those things that we need to work on, basically, nothing much more than that, to see if we can help that process even further. I will of course put all of the items that I spoke about, the bit, that plaiting wax, maybe my saddle pads, anything else. If there's anything I haven't mentioned in the description, then please do just post a comment and ask me. And I hope to see you guys soon when I haven't got COVID. And I hope you're having a great day. I will see you guys very soon. Bye for now. Bye.